The April 10th, 2025 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education will now come to order. Reverend Candace Fraser, rector of the Church of the Extension, located here in Montgomery, will now offer the invocation.
Good morning, and thank you for this opportunity to pray for our state and for the Board of Education. It is my third time to get to do this, and in preparation of this prayer, I reached out to teachers and principals and educators from Huntsville to Gulf Shores, Tuscaloosa to Auburn, and these are their words and their prayers. God of our fathers, you see your children growing up in an unsteady and confusing world. Show them and us that your ways give more life than the ways of the world. Help us to maintain a commitment to the common good, that decisions would reflect the needs of all students, not just those with power or privilege. Give us wisdom rooted in justice, especially when policies impact historically marginalized communities. Strengthen us when the courage to lead with compassion, even when it is not politically easy or popular. Ensure the protection of truth and integrity in curriculum, access, and opportunity. Provide steadfast hope for educators, students, and families who continue to show up in the face of instability and disinvestment. For our students, help them to practice self-control, to manage anger and learn conflict resolution, to not be afraid to have a voice when dealing with difficult situations, to develop positive friendships, to embrace being smart and making good grades, to keep them safe and productive as the summer break approaches, to be appreciative of their schools and the people who work there, to silence the hands and mouths of those who would bully. To remember that children that have a loving home come to school thirsty to learn, and children who do not have a loving home life come to school to be loved. For our teachers to be protected from burnout and stress, to become a positive influence to their students, to inspire students to be creative and find their passion for their mental health, to have courage and not be afraid of doing the right thing for their students. For our schools, for protection and continuity and making them safe places for learning and growing. That the teaching field might be replenished with people that have a passion and heart for teaching and loving children. And finally, we pray for unity within our culture in this climate, that we might remember that we have more in common than we are different, and that though perceptions can be tainted, at the heart of every human being is our common humanity. Just like me, you want to be free from suffering and fear and anger. Just like me, you want to know joy and peace. And so we give you thanks for the abundance of blessings that you offer us, most especially those schools and institutions that are a haven for our children, for those who wish to learn and to grow and to become something more, and the loving support of teachers and educators that help them to know their fullest potential. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Fraser. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States. Attention, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Thorrington, please call the roll.
Present.
Present.
Here.
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 Thank you, Ms. Thornton. We'll now consider a motion to approve the agenda for the April 10th, 2025 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We will now consider a motion to approve the minutes from the March 13th, 2025 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. Ms. Thornton, has anyone signed up to speak today?
There are no public speakers.
Moving to item G, unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business, Ms. Thornton?
There's no unfinished business.
Under new business, we will now consider a resolution honoring Alabama educator Ms. Mary Travis from Dr. Robert W. Gilliard Elementary School located in Mobile County School System and State School Board District 5 as a recipient of the Milken Educator Award. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
I gladly adopt.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, show by like sign. All those opposed, show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Congratulations, Ms. Travis. We will now consider a resolution honoring Dr. Walter B. Gonsolin, Jr. as National Superintendent of the Year. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
I proudly make the motion for Dr. Gonzalez.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Congratulations, Dr. Gonsolin. We'll now consider a resolution in recognition of Alabama's 2025 Purple Star Schools. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So
I
moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at Athens State University. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a motion to extend and renew the state superintendent's contract. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand.
Governor, may I make a statement first? Do you mind?
Okay.
I am so pleased that we are able to recognize this great superintendent that we have today with a contract extension. Only in our K-12 schools, and those of you who are K-12 know that we only work because we love children. But we do like to be paid for it, don't we? And so I am so glad that we can do this. There's been a little rock in the road, but Dr. Mackey has gone back to the governor and her office and has asked for a reduction in the original amount. And I want to see him raised up to where our superintendents in the local level, our chancellors in the two-year schools and the four-year schools is more equitable. And I think Dr. Mackey's done a fabulous job. If you were up this morning at 5:45, you saw him on the national Fox and Friends News. And that's, I think, the second time this month that he has been there. And so as a school board member, I could not be more prouder. Thank you, Dr. Mackey, for considering your school board members and going back to the governor. And I know that has to be why you did that. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Governor, may I say something, please?
Yes.
First of all, good morning. And I want to make it clearly understood, I am in no way against anything about Dr. Mackey and his leadership. He has made me proud to be associated with Dr. Mackey. I'm very honored to be a part of the school board and all the things moving forward. But I have to say that the revised contract, which was not provided until last night at 7 o'clock, I think the process of how the contract was, procedures were laid out, could have been done in a much better way. And if we had done so earlier versus later, we could have offset many frustrated, upset, and wondering where we're headed across our state. I received hundreds of emails and texts and phone calls from people who were concerned. And so it needs to be understood that the contract process, in the way it was originally set up, was designed to not have that uproar at the, with the new contract coming to fruition. I do want to thank everybody that reached out. It is very important to me, and I know my esteemed colleagues, to hear from our constituents, not only in my District 1, but across the state. It is what we need to hear. We need to hear your voices. But unfortunately, my vote is going to have to be against the contract because in the way it was laid out, rolled out, and even revised at the last minute last night. Thank you, Governor.
Okay. We have a motion before us and a second. Is it all those in favor? Raise your right hand. All those opposed, show by like sign.
Vote carries, Governor.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to modify praxis, assessments, and scores as the precondition for initial certification. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution to appoint the 2025-2026 State Textbook Committee for Arts Education. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Motion to adopt, and if the superintendent could give us just a 2-second explanation of how those people are chosen.
Yes, ma'am, Governor, that'd be okay? Be glad to. So the textbook committee for arts, and you're gonna see the next recommendation will be for social studies. These are chosen through a kind of complicated process. Basically, the people on here are nominated by superintendents, and it is very hard to get people to serve on textbook committees. I see a lot of superintendents out there who know that, but we ask superintendents to nominate people every year for whatever textbooks are up. There are additional appointees. There are 9 appointees made by the governor to textbook committee that have to be confirmed by the state senate. So some of you may know somebody who says, well, I think I'm on that committee, but I'm not on the list. Could be they're coming through a governor's appointment. And then there are additional appointments that can be made by the state superintendent as they're kind of side committee members and board members. A couple of you have contacted me, but if there's somebody who reaches out to you and they really want to serve, but for some reason they weren't nominated by a superintendent, if you'll let me know, all of those positions are not yet filled, and we can probably either get them into one of my appointments or one of Governor Ivy's appointments, we'll certainly work with them. We work really hard with those extra appointments to make sure that we try, no offense to my wonderful classroom teachers, we try not to use classroom teachers because superintendents nominate classroom teachers. So we try to find business people, higher education people who might be in the field, who would like to be a part of the process too. So there are some other positions, but the ones you have before you today were generally all nominated by either superintendents, or there are 2 higher ed people on each one who were nominated by deans of education.
Thank you, sir.
Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution to appoint the 2025-2026 State Textbook Committee for Social Studies, grades K through 12. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So
Motion
moved.
to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution in recognition of April 2025 as School Library Month in Alabama schools. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Governor, I would love, as a former librarian in a school, to make that motion. Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution to approve the nomination for one open position on the Alabama School of Fine Arts Board of Trustees by selecting the top preference, Mr. Elias Hendricks, Jr. Do I hear a motion to appoint Mr. Hendricks?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Vote carries, Governor.
Congratulations, Mr. Hendricks. Dr. Mackey, do you have any public or legal information to share?
Governor, I have no legal information to share this morning, but if I may, I'll go ahead and give a very quick report.
Very good.
Thank you. So there are just a few things I want to recognize. So first of all, a lot of you are here today for our Purple Star schools, and thank you very much for going through the process, a fairly rigorous process, to make sure that you're a military-friendly school community. When we started this a few years ago, literally we thought we would have maybe 4 or 5 districts, 20 schools at the most, and we now have had hundreds of schools who've gone through the process, and we have several more on the list today. When we finish, we're going to do a lot of pictures. We're going to start with Dr. Gonsolin and Ms. Travis, and then we're going to bring down our groups by school system. So each school system will get its own picture with your board member at the front here, and you're going to see behind me, they're going to come up, and we'll start with, I think, District 1, but we'll start, and so one board member will do all the districts with that board member's school, and we'll go to the next board member and work our way through the photographs. So thank you all for the great work you're doing, Purple Star Schools. Ms. Travis, I was glad to meet. I'd like for her to stand again along with her principal, her superintendent, Mr. Threadgill's here. I don't know who else is with her. She has more folks with her. Will y'all please stand? I'll stand if you came with Ms. Travis. We were thrilled to meet her when we went down in Dr. Chestnut's district, but it's in Mobile County, and Ms. Ziegler also went with us. And she was that day, as many of you know by now, dressed as the Gator, because she is also the mascot. And so when she got her surprise announcement, she was truly surprised, but we were not even able to see the smile on her face. But she had to get that hot head off, and it was just a great day to be at Gilliard School. And thank you for being a great school district, and obviously a wonderful teacher. And congratulations to you. And again, stay with us, because we want to do some photographs at the end. Can we have another hand for Ms. Travis? Ms. Mr. Travis is a new friend, and you know, Mr. Threadgill, when you get good teachers and bring them to Montgomery, sometimes they don't go back, so, see. But, she's a new friend, but one of my oldest and closest friends, Dr. Walter Gonsolin, is with us. And, well, he scared me a bit, because he's already been to the House of Representatives. Ms. Mooney said she was there when he got his House recognition this morning. He's been to the State Senate. As board members know, we've got a luncheon with him later this morning, and then some special visits this afternoon. So he's with us all day, but this is our opportunity to say a big thank you for the leadership you provide and congratulations for being Alabama's only ever National Superintendent of the Year. I'm going to ask, though, he also has a lot of folks with him. I know he's got some board members and other people, so everybody who's with Dr. Gonsolin, if you would stand, and let's also offer it up again for Dr. Gonsolin. Governor, while you're standing, if I may, so I have one other special presentation. You may be seated. Many of you may not know, but in the winter of 2016-17, our state was going through a lot of political turmoil. And that turmoil ended 8 years ago today when Governor Kay Ivey put her hand on the Bible and was sworn in as Alabama's 54th governor. Congratulations, Governor, for your 8th-year anniversary, and your fellow board members and I wanted to do something special for you, and we thank you for your service.
Thank y'all very much, and any success I've had has been because of my outstanding staff and cabinet members. And I just appreciate working with you, and I thank you for each of you who give such good leadership where you serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. And that, Governor, concludes my report.
The next meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education will be held on Thursday, May 8, 2025 at 10 a.m. in the Gordon Parsons Building Auditorium. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We are now adjourned.